It's the latest battle in what you might call a real-life war of the worlds.
Cydonia! Raise priorities now!
Ordinary Americans going head-to-head with the government, seeing red over what they claim is a NASA cover-up on Mars. This time, it all centers on this photo, a photo that even a NASA scientist admits has a strikingly human resemblance.
Ask any child, show them the picture, and it's a face. I think it's clear it looks like a face.
The protesters say NASA has refused to provide a closer look at the face, a look that might settle this one question once and for all. Was this face made by alien hands?
It should be on everyone's agenda as the first thing to find out.
It's very important to our entire civilization to know. It could change the entire face of the way we look at history of our world.
I will not be disappointed so long as they tell me the real truth.
This scene is only the latest episode in an ongoing saga of conspiracy theories surrounding our visit to one of Earth's nearest neighbors. They've been coming thick and fast since the Pathfinder probe touched down on Mars and began beaming back amazing photos like these. All of it, no matter how ridiculous, reflected a growing suspicion that the U.S. government may have faked the entire Mars landing. That suspicion was inspired by a decades-old story that the original moon landing was actually staged in the Nevada desert.
Cydonia! Raise priorities now!
This latest protest is also based on an established theory, the face on Mars. 22 years ago, the Viking mission sent back the most detailed pictures of Mars anyone had ever seen. One of those pictures was this one, showing what appears to be a face on the area of Mars known as Cydonia.
As soon as I found the picture, I knew that it was real.
Engineer Vincent DiPietro works at NASA's Goddard Space Center in Maryland. He co-designed a computer program to enhance the face and was amazed by what he found.
You will see in the image that, that in the eye cavity, there is what appears to be an eyeball.
Mark Carlotta was so impressed that he applied his own 3D imaging technique to the image. Then, DiPietro says, even more detail emerged.
And he was able to ascertain that there were teeth in both of the high-resolution photographs in the mouth area.
Re-image Cydonia!
Inspired by such findings, these people represent a minority that's no longer silent. Their leader, Patrick Kelly, says it's time for the government to explore Cydonia and resolve the mystery of the face.
The idea of life elsewhere has always been one of the great questions confronting the human race. Now, it seems, when we have some evidence of it, everyone backs off and asks, is it important? Why bother about it?
Some protesters believe the face could be proof of a long-standing relationship between Earthlings and ETs.
So I think that there could be a link to our, I guess, extraterrestrial maybe ancestry, and it would be very interesting to know if that's the truth.
But the truth may never be known, at least not without a closer look at this part of Mars. And even NASA scientist Dr. Christopher McKay admits there could be a major discovery awaiting us.
If it was carved by an intelligent beings and we had proof of it, that would be shocking. It would certainly force us to revise everything we understand about Mars.
Christopher McKay believes the face will eventually prove to be a natural phenomenon, but Vincent DiPietro disagrees.
It is too highly detailed and looks like a facial feature to have been completely formed by nature, and at least ought to be looked at as having been something that may have been done by intelligent creatures.
Meanwhile, NASA officially continues to downplay the potential significance of the face. They say they haven't investigated the area of Cydonia because it's not scientifically important. There will be another chance for NASA to take a closer look at the face in the next few months, when the Mars Global Surveyor takes high-resolution pictures of the planet. And these protesters want them to do just that.
I'm just supporting the effort to get specific images of Cydonia to prove once and for all whether they're tricks of light and shadow or whether they're actually there. Better resolution images will do that.
Those protesters may be onto something. An American spacecraft orbiting Mars has discovered that the planet's actually surrounded by a magnetic field that protects it from rays that would normally kill off life. Scientists say it's yet another sign that there could have been life on Mars.